Easily one of the most compelling stories I have ever had the chance to cover. Let's just call it a reunion like no other. It began almost 40 years ago and led to revelations that will astound you. In a moment, we will meet the men at the center of the tale, but first, watch this.
I wouldn't believe the story if someone else were telling it, but it's true, every word of it.
In 1980, 19-year-old Robert Shafran arrived for his first day at Sullivan County Community College in upstate New York.
All these people are coming up to me saying, Eddie, how are you? Eddie, hi. I'm like, my name's not Eddie. I don't know what you're talking about.
Robert's friend, Michael Domnitz, broke some big news.
The first thing out of my mouth was, were you adopted?
And I was like, yes.
I said, is your birthday July 12th? He said, yes.
I was like, July 12th, 1961.
Oh my God, I said, you're not gonna believe this. I said, you have a twin brother.
The two teenagers jumped into Robert's car and drove to meet Eddie Galland in Long Island, New York. He had dropped out of the same college the previous year.
As I reached out to knock on the door, it opens. And there I am. His eyes are my eyes are his eyes, and it's true. It was like the world faded away, and it was just me and Eddie.
And then an amazing reunion became even more bizarre. Another stranger in the same state saw a news story.
It was an article, it said twins reunited after more than 19 years. And it had a picture of two of what looked like me. It all started to sink in. This is not believable. This is unbelievable. Wow, this is big.
David Kellman was right. The twins were actually triplets.
I look more like Eddie than I did David, and more like David than I did Eddie, and more like either of them than they did like each other. Does that make sense?
The trio became a media sensation.
David, let's begin with you. Which one's David? I keep forgetting.
You guys have been on the front page of every newspaper in the world.
True.
The brothers learned they had been separated as infants, and even their adoptive parents did not know they were one of three.
Why? How could you not tell us?
That unbelievable story is now being told in the new documentary, which you have to see, Three Identical Strangers. Please welcome two of the triplets here today, David Kellman and Bobby Shafran. Welcome, guys. David and Bobby.
Right.
All right, so Bobby, you're the one who showed up at the college, and everybody's calling you Eddie, Eddie, Eddie.
Yes.
And you're like, who's this Eddie character?
Right, for like the first 100 times. And then when I think it was when Michael found me, and they actually got the room right. He said, is this 11C? And I just turned around and I said, I'm not, and his jaw just dropped. And
so when you were the first to meet one of the triplets, and so you show up at Eddie's house, and what was that like when you saw him for the first time?
It was eerie because it was like 2 o'clock in the morning by the time we got there. We got stopped by a cop on the way. We really did. And it was like this big cop, at night wearing sunglasses and saying, why are you going 88 miles per hour? And it's like, I'm going to meet my identical twin brother that I haven't seen all my life. And he's like, okay,
Good story.
have a nice evening. But when I showed up, it was really quiet and it was dark and, the whole neighborhood was quiet. And I walked up to the door and it opened and there I was. There was Eddie and there was me. And
like looking in the mirror.
Yeah, we had the same physical reaction. And actually, I'm a lefty and he's a righty. So we couldn't break out of this kind of mind thing that was going on.
Right.
And then we finally did. We hugged and kissed. And
because when we see you guys together, the mannerisms are so similar. But so your reunion made news, and that's where you come in. You're sitting at home in Long Island, right? Long Island?
I was in Queens College.
Okay, you're in Queens College. And somebody brings you the newspaper.
Actually, I saw it twice. Somebody showed it to me, and I just said, nah. And then another friend saw it, and he said, wait a second, you got to take a closer look at this. And I couldn't believe it. It had the picture, it didn't have the birthday, it didn't have the hospital, didn't have the adoption agency, any of that stuff. And I went home, and my mother had a newspaper without a picture, but she saw the birthday. She knew that. I never knew the hospital I was born in. I never cared. But she had the newspaper without the picture, and we just kind of traded papers, and it got real very quickly.
Because you see that these two boys, who look exactly like you, were born when?
July 12th. Today. It's our
Happy
birthday.
birthday.
Thank you.
It's your birthday today.
Thank you.
And then there's no denying it. I mean, at that moment, there's got to be no denying it. So when did you meet your two brothers?
Well, I called Eddie's house. Bobby had an unlisted number. I spoke with Eddie's mother, and she upset was, I don't know what the right word was. She was pretty shocked. And that night, my family drove out. Bobby was up at school. My family drove out. My father was still banging into the cars around him. He was so nervous. I just got out while the car was still moving. And Eddie's house was up on a hill. So I was start walking up the stairs, and he's got the light behind him, so he's in a silhouette, and he's doing what I would be doing. He's slamming the door, saying, "Oh, my God." He's opening the door again, he's looking, slamming the door, opening the door again, he's looking.
Yeah.
By the third time he opens the door, I was inside the screen door, nose to nose with him. And I said, "That's right, slam the door in my face. I haven't seen you in 19 years.
Oh, my God. And is it true the three of you, unbeknownst to each other, grew up within 100 miles
Yes.
of one another?
Yeah.
All the
Within
same.
45 minutes of each other. I was in Westchester, David was in Howard Beach, Eddie was in New Hyde Park. I mean, it really was 45 minutes.
And so there could have been a chance encounter at any point in their lives, but there wasn't.
Well, no, there
There were a couple of near misses.
What?
We were not that bright, okay? There were people.
You look just like somebody I know.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. There were a lot of near misses.
Okay, so
through the years. Yeah.
we haven't even scratched the surface because there is so much more and there are some shocking reveals, other shocking reveals in this incredible story. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
You all smoke the same brand of cigarettes?
Yes, we do.
You were all wrestlers at one time?
Yes, sir.
You all feel like you've known each other for 19 years, even though you've
Definitely.
Yeah, totally.
not? How?
Feeling. We feel it.
We're all the same. As soon as we
We're all
started
the same.
discussing our
Our
personalities,
personalities are the same.
we always
our
talk at
gestures
the
are
same
the same.
time. We can't.
I'll start a sentence and he'll finish it.
Wow. We're back now with an incredible story. A set of identical triplets separated at birth and reunited by fate 19 years later. Their journeys being told in the new documentary, Three Identical Strangers. And two of the brothers are with us today, David Kellman and Bobby Shafran. So you became a media sensation, right? You went everywhere.
We had fun.
Yeah. And you've been here at 30 Rock. You talked to Tom Brokaw.
This is the third time we spent our birthday here, yeah.
Wow. Jane
Great.
Pauley.
Yeah.
We saw you on Donahue. I mean, everybody wanted to see you guys because your mannerisms were very similar. And you had a lot of similar interests, no?
Yeah.
Like, what were some of the things that you did together? That you did the same?
At 19?
Yeah.
Girls, dancing, girls, food, dancing, girls.
That about sums it up.
Yeah.
You went viral before there was a thing as going viral.
There was page 6. I
Yeah,
think.
page 6.
Yeah.
But including to the point where Madonna asked you to be in what movie?
No, we didn't know who she was. She didn't know who we were. It was kind of like her like meteoric rise was like making Desperately Seeking Susan and Like a Virgin, but Susan Seidelman knew who we were, and we just happened to be dressed the same because we were going on a.
Who's Susan Seidelman?
So Susan Seidelman is the person who made the film.
Got it.
Thank you. So
So
she's like,
clarify
you're
that.
the guys, will you be in my movie? And we saw all these people with like, piercings and colored hair and leather and, the trend that Madonna had started. And we didn't know this was like cool
Something
to
we should
do.
be in.
Right.
Yeah, we'll do it.
So we did it, and who knew?
So you used to, like, when you would go out to the bars together, you're 19-year-old guys getting together for the first time who look alike, who attract so much attention. When you go out to the bars or Studio 54 back in the day, what was that like for the three of you?
It was fun. It was more fun when we were bartending, actually, because everybody thought they had the fastest bartender in the world. And then 3 o'clock in the morning, the lights would come on and we'd sing M-I-C-K-E-Y, get out. And it's, oh, my God.
Did you ever use it? Did you ever pretend one was the other? And,
We're not going to talk about that.
Oh, okay. Never mind. What happens in the triplets stays in the triplets.
Exactly.
Did you move in together for a while?
Yes, we
Yes,
did.
we did.
All three of you. And what was that like, getting to know your triplets?
How about me sleepwalking into Eddie's room in the middle of the night? We'd switch rooms because one of the rooms was the big room, and
Yep.
we were fair about it. But there was there were a lot of interesting things that happened.
Did you get along? Were you falling in love in the beginning? Was it?
We fell
Absolutely.
in love right at the beginning, and it was just we just decided everything was going to be together, and it was
And how did your parents react?
differently. the dynamics were different.
I know because the documentary features your dad, Bubula.
Yeah.
And just like a big teddy bear who completely embraced all the boys.
He said,
He was the
I
fourth.
have 2 more sons. And he meant it. And I mean, he really did. And, you know, later on, things settled down, you know, to some kind of normalcy. But from the outset, it wasn't that you know, my parents or Eddie's parents didn't recognize the family thing, you know, but it was more like, you know, my son has found his brothers, and we were going from house to house to house.
Cleaning out refrigerators, they all noticed that lots of stuff was missing.
Suddenly you think you only have one 19-year-old boy and you have 3. And you would start to put together similarities in your lives. You know, what was your background? What was my background? It turned out each one of you had an older adopted sister in your families. And you knew that you were adopted. You had all grown up knowing that you were adopted.
Yes.
Yeah. But they didn't know that they were triplets. And there's a very good reason for some of the similarities that they were identifying in one another's lives. And that may be the most shocking twist in this incredible story. That's what we're going to pick it up right after this break. They walked alike, they talked alike, and even had the same taste in women. Triplets separated at birth who, by chance, found each other 19 years later. But the things they shared were not all positive. All 3 had very strange childhood memories that continue to haunt them to this day. Please welcome back David Kellman and Bobby Shafran. And the third triplet, as we've mentioned, is Eddie, and we'll get to why he's not here in a minute. But you all remembered being studied as children. Someone would come to the house.
Yes.
How many times a year?
At least once, sometimes twice.
And what do you remember about those visits?
Square pegs, round holes, IQ tests, repeating strings of numbers, letters, words, performing for
The camera.
I mean,
He was
riding a
videotaped.
bicycle.
Well, in those days, there wasn't videotape. I think it was Super 8 film.
Yeah, the Magruder type.
Exactly.
Last week, you know, I might be getting ahead of myself, but I did get some videos. We got some videos, and I sort of let it run, and I saw David jumping on a pogo stick. At the same age, 10 seconds later, me jumping on a pogo stick, David riding a bicycle, me riding a bicycle, and different places at the same time, at the same age, with no knowledge of each other.
And what was happening was what? Researchers.
When we were each adopted, each of our parents had been told that we were part of an ongoing study on child development, and that's all they were told.
We're going to study adopted children.
Well, it was kind of like,
Basically-
would you like this baby? They're already a part of this study. So they said,
was an
okay,
implication.
fine, of course you can come and,
Yep.
you know, I mean, it was without question we want a baby, so you can do anything you want, you know.
And so, and you remember the same. People coming to the house,
yeah.
being filmed, the whole bit.
Absolutely.
And so these guys start to talk about it, right? And their parents, your parents were ticked off that they didn't know their babies had triplet brothers, right? That there were 2 more.
That's putting it pretty mildly.
So they go to the adoption agency, which was what? Called the...
It was the Louise Wise Agency at the
Yeah,
time.
Louise Wise Services.
All 6 parents go to Louise Weiss Services. And what happened?
They confronted they put together whomever was in charge, and it was like a boardroom, and there were, my mother wasn't there, she was ill, but my father went, and both of David's parents, both of Eddie's parents, and a guy who was an attorney who was a friend of the family, and they demanded answers, and they asked if there was a study, and they said there was, and they said, well, why, and where was it published, where are the records, and they basically stonewalled them, and that they left with nothing.
No answers.
No answers.
But my father forgot his umbrella, and he realized it and went back for it, and went back into the same room, and as he opened the door, he saw them all toasting.
Champagne.
Like they had dodged
actually-
a bullet. Yeah.
So, unbeknownst to these guys, there's a journalist named Lawrence Wright, a writer for The New Yorker, who discovered the triplets connection to this mysterious study. He had been looking into twins and triplets and researching them, and he stumbled upon something important. Here's a clip from the documentary. Watch.
I came across this obscure scientific article. It referenced this secret study in which identical siblings had been separated. I was shocked and intrigued. They were separating identical babies at birth for the purpose of the scientific experiment.
These people split us up and studied us like lab rats.
Lawrence is here with us. And so you're the one who put it together, that this was not by accident, that this was not an adoption agency just trying to find good homes for triplets and twins, that this was by design to figure out how the triplets would do and twins would do when raised by different families in different socioeconomic statuses and so on.
That's correct. There was a fascinating paper that I'd run across about two identical girls who had been separated and studied. And they were anonymous, but there was no reference to the study itself. Where was it published? It was not published. And so I wrote about the study in the New Yorker, and then I was working on a book about twins, and I decided I would try to find out more about that study. And I discovered that there was a very eminent psychiatrist here in New York, Dr. Peter Neubauer, who was a director of the Freud Archives. And he was the guy who was overseeing this study. And there were a number of twins. We don't know how many. But it was when I was talking to him, he let slip that there was also a triplet group in the study. And there aren't that many triplets born anyway who are identical and happen to be in a Jewish adoption agency. So tracking the boys down was not that difficult after that. But there's still probably several twin pairs that have not discovered themselves.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.